I am in a relationship, I am with a male, I love him, I'm committed to him, but I will always be attracted to men and women, and that will always be a part of me. And that, why am I trying to hide that? Because I happen to be in a relationship with a man. This is a celebration video, not an upset video. This is awesome. I can come out as bisexual in 2018. There are still people that are going to judge me out there, but I'm going to overcome that, and I'm going to inspire others with it instead. I'm going to use that, that judgment as fuel and motivation to inspire others. Sup, boys? I don't know how to film this. What's up, you guys? This may seem super random. Welcome back to our channel. I'm bisexual. Seems super random, right? So I wasn't going to film this video today. I wasn't even sure I was going to film it at all. I had thought about it, I had seriously considered it, and then I got to a point where I felt like I kind of needed to come out. It may seem kind of random, but I feel like I've been withholding this part of myself for a very long time. You know, I texted my sister to borrow her pride-colored Converse because she is a lesbian, for those who don't know, and I kind of just let her know this is my way of telling you that I'm coming out as bisexual to the world. Her response was not what I expected it to be. And I was gonna wait to post it until I was ready. I was gonna get all these beautiful pride flags and decorate and celebrate that I'm bisexual, but the plans have changed. I was a bit worried to come out with this video. I was a bit worried just to explain myself because, you know, I'm dating a guy and people assume things. And even now, when I post this video and explain myself, people will still assume things and they will still comment mean things. I don't doubt that. It kind of just motivated me more to make this video because I'm really sick of the stereotypes that go along with being bisexual. I've heard them so many times over the years. As in the last month, I've come to terms with my sexuality completely. Before that, I have identified it as bi for about 3 years, just off and on to certain people who it's easy to tell I'm bi, people who just assume I'm straight, I just leave it because it's easier. The reason I made this video to come out now, and I had to do it now, is because I knew that if I didn't come out now, I may not ever come out. Like, I may just pretend like I'm straight for my entire life, and people may just assume that for my entire life, and I just don't think that's fair. I think I should be allowed to be who I am, be allowed to be excited to say, I'm Sammy and I'm bisexual, it's awesome. Like, it is a great thing, it's a celebratory thing, it's not an upset thing. A couple weeks ago, this was on my mind so much. It was that I had to share this with you guys. I had to share this with somebody. I feel like I've been sort of coming out, half coming out for a couple years now. I've been kind of telling people and then just shying away from it because I wasn't fully comfortable. This is out of my comfort zone. This is completely out of my comfort zone. People are so judgmental about being bisexual because they don't understand it. I think the next year to 2 years, there's gonna be so many more people coming out as bisexual, and the fact that there'll be a lot more conversation about it. So I think that in the future won't be as much of an issue, but that's part of the reason why I want to make this video. I want to be part of the conversation and saying that bisexual is a real thing. Like, it's not just like some made up crazy thing that people are just saying for attention or to sleep with multiple people. Like, it has nothing to do with sex. It has to do with sexuality and who you fall in love with and who you are romantically attracted to. A few years ago, I told my sister I was bi, and she didn't believe me. For some context, she is lesbian, and she had a bit of perception, a bit of a stigma that goes along with, well, a lot of lesbians think it's about bisexual girls. Not all lesbians, once again, that's a stereotype, but that bisexual girls are just experimenting, that we're not actually gonna marry a girl, that we're just gonna date girls for now and then marry a man eventually. All these things are untrue. There's also stereotypes that we're greedy, or that we are in it for sex, or that we're more likely to cheat, which is all completely untrue, and I'm so frustrated with people saying this stuff now. I've gotten to the point where I felt like I had to come out for me, first of all, because I felt like I've been hiding this part of me and that everyone assumes I'm straight, but I'm not, and that because I'm dating a guy, which I am, people assume that I'm not bisexual or that I can't be bisexual. Even when I told my sister I was gonna make this video, her response was, but you're with a guy, you're not dating a girl yet, you haven't been in a serious relationship with a girl. And the parts that everyone's not getting is that my sexuality is bisexual before and after I'll date Tim. If Tim and I are together forever, then yeah, I might not ever end up actually having a serious relationship with a girl. It doesn't change that I am attracted to women. I think another big misconception is that this is all having to do with sex. It doesn't. It has to do with emotional and physical attraction. They are both involved for me to be actually attracted to somebody. I was pretty boy obsessed growing up. But part of that was because I had crushes on boys, yeah. There were certain boys I was attracted to. I also, looking back, you know, knowing that bisexual Sammy was bisexual Sammy back then, just a little baby bisexual Sammy who didn't know who she was, I started to see all the little patterns, you know. I did have crushes on girls. I was attracted to girls. I just didn't know it myself. I didn't actually let it feel like those were crushes. Part of the reason why I thought I couldn't be bisexual was because I was taught, even when being gay was more acceptable, that, you know, you liked girls or you liked guys. There was no in between. It was one or the other. So as soon as I knew that I was attracted to guys, I completely bought to the idea that girls were even an option. Just didn't make sense, right? This is a little bit depressing, so keep in mind this will be over quick, but I was sexually assaulted by a woman when I was 3. Because of that, when I started to remember those memories growing up, I thought any attraction I had to women at that point was because of that as a kid, and I thought that it was something that was wrong with me, so I pushed it aside completely. That was about until grade 11 or 12 when I started to notice my attraction to girls again, but around this time was when my sister came out. So when I was in grade 11 or 12, my sister brought home a girl for the first time. It was pretty casual. We were just having family breakfast, and my family's super accepting, so she just brought a girl to breakfast, and we were like, okay, Danny's dating a girl, and that was the end of it, you know. She has since then fully identified as lesbian, and at that point I kind of thought 2 things. One, that my sister and I have been compared all our lives, and we have issues being compared, so I didn't want to steal her thing, and being LGBTQ was her thing in my head, at least. And it was something. She was embracing herself. She was learning her individuality and being part of this community. But because of that, I assumed that I couldn't come out now. I also assumed that bringing home girls would freak my parents out a little bit, since my sister had already brought home girls, so I didn't know if that was something that I was comfortable doing or not. I also just never came across actually dating a girl long term, so it just wasn't really a problem for me. But part of me assumed that if I went to tell my lesbian sister that I'm bisexual, she said, you know, you're just experimenting, you're just bi-curious, you're gonna marry a man anyways, this is just a phase. So if my lesbian sister assumed that I wasn't LGBTQ, I started to assume that myself. I took that on as myself. I said, okay, that's fine, maybe that's the case, I'll just leave it for now. Maybe I'll identify myself as fluid in the meantime, because right now that's kind of how I feel. I never felt like I could fully be bisexual, because people assumed I was straight, and I was dating guys, so they assumed I was straight, and I started to almost assume I was straight. I got to the point where I would say I had crushes on girls, and I knew I had crushes on girls, but I would say, no, I'm straight. And in my mind that made sense. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense now. Looking back, like over the years, once I finally, in the literally the last month, came to full terms with my sexuality. Like, I am in a relationship, I am with a male, I love him, I'm committed to him, but I will always be attracted to men and women, and that will always be a part of me. And that, why am I trying to hide that? Because I happen to be in a relationship with a man. My sister was like, why would you come out now? You know, you have a boyfriend, you have a life with him. Why does it matter? Why does anyone care who you're seeing or who you're interested in or who you would have been interested in if you weren't in a relationship? But that's not the point. The point is that this is my personality. I am part of the LGBTQ community, but I feel like I can't be part of it, and she didn't mean it in the way that she said it, but her judgments were all around the fact that I haven't been in a serious relationship with a girl. I've dated girls off and on. I've always known I was bisexual even before I ever kissed a girl. So I think it's kind of ridiculous to say that I'm not bisexual just because I haven't had a relationship with a girl. And she didn't mean anything mean, and she never does mean anything mean, but she doesn't get bisexual girls, along with a lot of other lesbians who are very judgmental towards bisexual girls. I find it so crazy that a community full of people being discriminated against on a regular basis, being gay people, are discriminating against other people who are bisexual in the same community, the same LGBTQ community. And I know it's not everybody. I'm not saying if you're lesbian you judge us bisexual girls, but there is a lot of girls who do. I get it that there is girls who have been just questioning or being experimental or just figuring out their sexuality. That's fine. But because of those certain girls overall assume that bisexual girls don't exist, they're not real, that they'll end up going to marry a guy. And I just find these stereotypes so ridiculous. One of the main reasons I never dated a girl in high school or in university is because it wasn't as accessible. When people say, like, as soon as you start dating guys, they just assume you're attracted to guys. And then, you know, unless you're going on Tinder for legitimately looking for girls, there's no other way to find girls to date, to be honest. There wasn't a ton of out girls that I knew in my university. For those of you who are wondering, Yes, my sister knows. Well, obviously I told her years ago, didn't believe it, I told her now, doesn't believe it. She will, I promise you, believe it in the future. She will understand it in the future a bit better. I think for her, it's more about not broadcasting it to the world because she thinks I'm making my life harder on myself. But for me, it's about broadcasting it to the world because there are so many other bisexual people out there who are not coming out for the same reason I wasn't, or for similar reasons. And I'm sick of them having to go through that because I went through it myself. My mom already knows I'm bisexual. I've told her casually over the years a few times. I think she's pretty comfortable with it. My dad, not sure if he knows. I'm sorry, Dad. I love you. Sorry I didn't tell you in person. It's not a big deal though. I'm still the same person I was last year, 10 years ago. I'm just bisexual. Always was. A big reason why I'm making this video, aside from saying this is my personality and this is who I am and I need to be me, is because I want to be able to support those who are having the same struggles I am. Nobody knows what you've gone through. Nobody knows what you've experienced. A big reason I want to make this video is to support people who are going through the same crap I am, who are feeling like they can't come out as who they are because someone's going to judge them or say no they're not, or say they're just experimenting, or say whatever the hell they're going to say. Be who you are, come out as who you are, don't come out as who you are. It's okay. Like, it's okay to like women, it's okay to like men, it's okay to like both. It's also okay not to know what you want yet. It's okay just to wait and see. But I'm at the point now where I 100% know I'm bisexual. I have for a while. And I've just been not saying it because it makes everyone else more comfortable. It's ridiculous. So, also, if you're looking for any other bisexual support, please go see Georgia Bridgers on YouTube. She is amazing, hilarious. She came out recently, but she is one of the only actual bisexual icons that I know, and she is just so inspiring. I'm happy now. This is a celebration video. This isn't an upsetting video. This is an amazing video that I can come out and say I'm bisexual. It's 2018 and rock on. Like, it's cool. This is something that I've always been bisexual, and I've always felt discrimination and not understood it. So I'm hoping that this video, along with all the other videos of the girls coming out and being bisexual, along with all the guys coming out and being bisexual, that this helps open up the conversation, that this helps you be more open to the idea, if you're not bisexual, that people are bisexual. And if you are bisexual, that come follow me, come on my journey, let's go through it together, let's experience it together, and let's just not worry about all people who don't matter. Like, they don't. Anyone who's gonna judge you for it either doesn't matter, or like my sister, will come to terms with it eventually and will understand where I'm coming from. But right now, if it's just you, that's okay. It can be just you, and I'll be there to support you. But, like, don't worry. In the last 8 months, I feel like I've become more myself than I have in my entire life. I have dropped out of school, I have traveled across the country, I have started filming my entire life, and I never thought this is where YouTube would take me. But I'm so happy. I'm in film school, I'm going to travel soon, I'm telling everyone I'm bisexual for the first time. I'm not sure if I got everything out I want to say in this video. It was filmed super last minute and it was filmed super emotionally, but I think it's super important that nowadays, like, whatever it is you're into, whatever it is you love and that makes you happy, you should be doing it. I think there's so many opportunities in this world to follow what people want you to follow and to not be happy, but even if you... How do I explain this in a way that works? Even though I didn't think I was following what other people wanted for a long time, I completely was. And the second I started stepping away from all expectations of myself and all expectations they had for me, I started to actually embrace being myself. I started to make videos and feel creative and feel like I had my own direction and feel like I could quit my job and do anything and I would still figure it out. It sounds super random, but get to a point where you find something you love so much and you're yourself so much, so unapologetically, that no one can question you. I hate to say this, but if you have negative comments, please don't leave them down below. If you do, I'm either gonna ignore them or delete them because I don't have time for that crap on my channel. I know this channel was started as a couple channel and as travels, and that still is what it is, but I do want to inspire you guys. I feel like as much as I want a travel channel and to make videos, and I enjoy making just cool travel videos, there's more that I want to say. There's not a ton important that I have to say all the time, but the things I've experienced, the problems I've gone through myself, I feel like I owe it to you guys to tell you about them and to help anyone going through similar situations as me. There's 300 of you guys. I think I owe it to you guys and to myself to actually inspire people based on things that I know, and this is something that I know, and I don't know who else out there is going through the same things, but once I saw Georgia post that video coming out, and I realized that it's becoming more acceptable, that why shouldn't I be inspiring people to do the same thing? Like people, someone out there, hopefully someone watching this is feeling a little bit trapped, and hopefully this video is helping them find a way to come out to their family or their friends or come to terms with it themselves. Like it is okay to like both genders, and it's okay to be confused. It's okay not to know. Like sexuality is such an amazing, incredible thing. It is such a thing that you can explore and you can expand and you can grow, but you have to be okay with who you are. You have to embrace you, because you are the most important thing here. I don't know how to end this video other than saying this is me coming out, this is me being bisexual. It's not going to change. It's not a step on the way to coming out as lesbian. It's just I'm bisexual. It's the way it is. If you're struggling with this, please comment or send me a direct message if you want it to be private. I would love to help, just talk to you, be a sounding board for whatever struggles you're going through, and I hope this video has at least helped somebody. I know it's helped me. I look a little emotional right now, and I feel a lot emotional, but it's in a good way. I've been nervous to make this video, or even just to come out in general. I'm really sorry if this video is depressing at all. It wasn't really meant to be, but this is just my coming out story. This is what it is. It's me figuring out through the years that I am bisexual. It was the little crushes I had growing up that I didn't realize what they were. It was the fact that stereotypes around us make us assume that we are either straight or gay. I just wanted you guys to know, if you're watching this, that there's a whole bunch of different people in this world. Everyone's a little bit different. So whatever it is you're going through, whatever it is you're feeling, aside from sexuality, whatever it is, follow your heart. Super cheesy, I know. Super cheesy. But before I started doing videos, I didn't know what my passion was, and now that I started creating this stuff and I've started putting time into something that really makes me feel better as a person and enriches me as a person, I don't know what I would do without it. And I'm hoping that this video does something else, which is starts a community of people chatting about being bisexual and being open about it, and allows everyone to be themselves as well. Because the only thing we're doing as a community, as a world, as a generation, is figuring out how to live better and fuller and happier. Like the only thing you're doing on this earth. You can go and work a 9-to-5 job, you can go and travel the world, you can do whatever you're doing, but if you're not putting positivity back in this world, if you're not making it a better place through more communication and more information and more education, I don't know what you're doing. Because the only reason why anyone judges us being bisexual is because they don't understand it. They don't get how it works, they don't get why, they don't know anyone who's bisexual themselves. So let's help them. Let's just show them that it's normal, because it is. And being bisexual is awesome, and being attracted to guys and girls, and it's awesome. And let's just live it and embrace it and be awesome. And I don't know what else to say in this video, so please like and subscribe. It's been so much fun making this video. I feel 10 times better after getting this all off my chest. I know it's super random and probably super rant worthy, but I feel much better just letting it all out to you guys. And I hope that whatever's going on in your life, you have someone to support you, or that you feel like you're not alone, because trust me, you're not. There's somebody else out there who is going through what you're going through and who is needing some support too. You just gotta find them. Guys, please just embrace who you are as a person, and we'll see you in the next video. Also, I filmed this video twice. I filmed it once and got everything out for like an hour that I needed to say, and then I went and put it on my computer and it was out of focus because we're filming on our whole new setup, which involves manual focus, and I'm home alone right now because I wanted to film this alone to get it all off my chest, and I had to manual focus it myself. It was so hard. Also, I know these aren't rainbow colors, but like they're the closest thing I have to rainbows, so